The most pivotal series of the season is here. The Blue Ridge Bobcats are in town, looking to get back in the win column after dropping 3 straight to the PD Ice Cats last weekend, while the Hatricks return home after the win of the season up in Binghamton last Saturday. It's the Hatricks and the Bobcats live here on the Hatricks Digital Network. Patrick Rudberg here with our entire production team live at the DIA. Excited for this one tonight, the first of 2 games between the Hatricks and the Bobcats this weekend. Their 5th and 6th meetings this season. The second weekend series between these two in Danbury. First one coming back in early December. The Hatricks split last weekend's series with the Binghamton Black Bears, losing 6-0 on home ice on Friday and winning a massive 4-3 shootout win on Saturday night in Binghamton, picking up 2 points over the weekend. Now sit at 55 points. And the starters are announced. There's your forward trio of Rupsov, Frondudo, and a new name, Dmitry Kuznetsov. Not so new, I should say. Kuznetsov returning back to the team after being acquired from the Watertown Wolves today. So the team was able to get him down here to Danbury and get him dressed. And he's not the only name returning to the Hatricks this weekend. Sebastian Ruiz. You see Kyle Penton there. He'll start tonight. But news a couple days ago, Sebastian Ruiz returning from Macon in the SB was waived by the Mayhem and returns to the Hatricks for the final stretch. Him and Kyle Penton, the goaltending duo for John Beerchin and company. We'll give you all the rest of the information, lineups, and more right after this. We'll take a pause for the national anthem. Anthem is over, lights are on, and we are ready for some Friday night hockey. Hatricks enter after last weekend at 14-21, 5-4, 55 points, and in 5th place, trailing the Blue Ridge Bobcats by 11, who as of tonight sit in 4th. They come in at 19-19, 3-3, a perfect 500 record for the Bobcats, 66 points, and in 4th place, tied with Topeka, who lost in overtime last night to the Biloxi Breakers, the only team in the Fed who has been officially eliminated from postseason contention. They'll get a point from that one, but it ties up the Bobcats and the Scarecrows in those final 2 playoff positions in the Empire. There's Austin Belfay in the honorary face-off circle. Austin very familiar with the Bobcats, having played last season with them. Played 33 games for Blue Ridge. 10 goals, 11 assists for the Framingham, Mass native. Lining up tonight on the second line, which will be Eli Rivers, Chance Adrian, and Austin Belfay himself. But Rupsov, Frondudo, and Kuznetsov, the 3 making up the first line. A roster shakeup for sure, including Kuznetsov, who was unclear whether he was going to make it down here for the game, but he's here wearing number 10. Hatricks wearing those orange uniforms. Haven't seen him in a couple weekends. We've had a couple novelty jersey choices as of late Valentine's Day, Team USA. And there's Kyle Penton, starting goalie for the Hatricks tonight. Comes in at 9-10-1, 3.16 goals against average and a 9.15 save. He had the game-clinching save in the shootout against the Black Bears on Saturday night. Cowbells are ringing, the fans are up on their feet, and we're ready to get started here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hatricks and Bobcats. Tukane shielding along the goal line. Up ahead, and Rupsov was pushed down. Now Kuznetsov, his first time on the puck. Lugged it across the line, and Tukane will keep it in. Ian Tukane had missed a decent stretch over the last month or so, but has been back and has played the last 4 games, 3 points in those 4. Has become a stalwart on the first line for John Bierchin at defense alongside Greg Sosinski. Still waiting to break out here is Tukane. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Adrian quickly up ahead for Rivers on his backhand and lost the puck as Schrum saves it with 9:04. Anthony Schrum with the cover, the goaltender for the visitors tonight. 27 years of age, Norton Shores, Michigan. 14-10-2 on the season. 3.3 goals against average and a 9.08 save. Tie up right circle. Gallagher trying to break out. There's Daniel Martin. Him and Dustin Gichot, the 2 leaders in points for the Bobcats, although Dustin Gichot, a former hat trick, in fact, not playing tonight, not in the lineup. Puck pinballs around, now back up towards the red line. Steven Alvo plays it, but a giveaway. Eli Rivers trying to skirt around the left wing, bouncing puck in the left circle. As Crum bats at it, now Austin Pickford shoots, and saved by Schrum. There's a nice look at the Animal House early. A great Ruiz Strong banner there as well. The link in the description to help out Jonny on his road to recovery is in the description of this stream, so please check it out if you have not. Jonny was in the arena for the first time since his stroke last Friday and received a really moving standing ovation from the fans despite the unfortunate result of the game, a 6-0 loss. First time the Hatricks had been shut out since October. And they'll do it again in the left face-off circle. Newberg in there with the third line. Newberg, Kandurka, and Crom. And Caden Kandurka coming off arguably his best game in a Hatricks uniform. 2 goals in the third period for Kandurka, who's on the puck here down the right side. Maneuvering through one towards the net, and it hit an opponent. Here's Mitchell Barons, another new hat trick, who's making his debut tonight, a collegiate signee. Barons coming from the Meaford Knights in the GMHL. Cross-ice pass, couldn't go tape to tape. It was Brejko looking for Caden Fennell. But Mitchell Barons playing in the defensive group tonight alongside Fennell on the third D pair. Of course, all Fed teams get a certain number of collegiate / recently graduated junior players to add to their roster as St. Pierre enters the zone. A shot goes high off the glass as Kozirev settles at the left point and the puck escapes play. About 3 minutes gone here in the first. As you mentioned at the top, Danbury trailing Blue Ridge by 11 points coming into this weekend. And the only chance they'll have to play Blue Ridge or Topeka. Danbury does not play the Scarecrows at all this season. So last time they'll have a real chance to gain significant ground head-to-head on the teams above them. 2 wins and 6 points could put them right in the thick of playoff contention here tonight. Chance Adrian tried to center it now a second time. Quick shot saved by Schrum. Pickford there at the left point. Chance Adrian wins the faceoff. Puck falls to the far half wall, now bouncing up towards the blue line. Pickford tried to play it, and it's now with Hlavak. Tried to clear it off the wall. Now works it ahead for Martin as they enter the zone. Konstantin Chernyuk and Adrian combine, but back on the stick of Hlavak, who will flip it back in. Konstantin Chernyuk. Shot in by Newberg. Third line back out there. 4 minutes played in a awkward bounce. Puck loose in the slot. Crom on his backhand. Shot was blocked as Martin races away. It's that DIA bounce in that corner. It caught everyone by surprise. Puck found its way right along the post. Now a 3-on-3 the other way. Cromwell fired around the boards. Newberg pressuring, puck spits out. Reller cross ice, loose at the red line for Roseth. Through at the opposite side, now with Anton Rupsov. Rupsov, the team leader in goals and points for Danbury this season. Since joining the team back in November. Kuznetsov in the corner. Skate got tied up, found Frondudo. Dangles, lost his footing, and a delayed penalty. Maybe a tripping here. A great toe drag there from Frondudo. Some skill in the left circle. Draws a penalty. Justin Daly gonna go to the box. It's the Hatricks' first chance on the power play this evening. Danbury 13% on the year on the power play. Second to last in the league. Blue Ridge with 77% on the penalty kill. Rupsov on the near half wall, the bumper spot. Back up for Chernyuk. Cross ice, Rupsov. Chernyuk shoots, blocked. Still with Rupsov, tried to center it for Kandurka. Keeps it alive, now back, cross ice, shot, score! Eli Rivers, it's 1-0 Hatricks. Well, they found him in wide open space at the left circle, and Eli Rivers is not gonna miss that one. Lifts the Hatricks in front early on the power play and gets his 17th goal of the season, his 10th in a Hatricks jersey. Has been sensational since joining the team in January as a part of the Alexander Legkov trade. So the Hatricks lead 1-0 early on the Bobcats, trying to force their way back into this playoff conversation. Sosinski breakout ahead. Belfay tried to slice through the middle. His wrist shot not fully controlled. Bounces along the half wall, still with Danbury. Rivers now for Tukane. Sosinski with a drive, not saved again. Strum back-to-back shots where kind of a loose rebound bouncing off either his mask or maybe the blocker. Mercurio's shot, glove save. Eli Rivers with the power play goal gives the Hatricks a 1-0 lead. 13:55 to go in the first period. You're watching the Hatricks on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our Hatrick flavor. When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way. Proudly serving clients across Fairfield County and Western Connecticut. Learn more at danburylaw.com. Nothing freshens like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. From classic Coke to a wide variety of sparkling and still drinks, we've got something for everyone. Learn more at CokeNortheast.com, because every sip deserves a smile.
Defensive zone draw for the Hatricks. They lead 1-0 here at the DIA after an Eli Rivers power play goal from the left circle, and a breakout almost found its way to Kandurka. You mentioned Kandurka, 2 goals last game. He's one of the hotter hat-trick skaters coming into tonight. 8 points in his last 5. He's now tied for 5th on the team in points. 9 goals and 14 assists on the year for the Salve Regina product. In fact, 2 of his goals, both of them on Saturday, assisted by his former college teammate Ian Tukane. The Seahawks duo doing it up in Binghamton on Saturday, and it's actually happened quite a bit this season. Turnover, low slot. Kuznetsov got a stick in there. And Andrioli will try to break out. High forecheck here from the Hatricks, and Chernyuk able to move it over for Kuznetsov. Daly through the neutral zone. Tried to chip it around, but held up, and it's going to be a penalty on Danbury. Bobcats going on the power play this time, and Daly committed the penalty, and now this time drawing it for the visitors. Oh, well, it looks like we might get an embellishment call, a rare one from Daly. Spoke too soon as Frondudo going to go to the box. And Daly joining him, his second penalty in the first 7.5 minutes. We'll wait for the official confirmation, but it looks like we will have some 4-on-4 hockey. So a tripping minor on Frondudo and an embellishment minor on Daly makes it 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. And you see him there looking at each other. Bobcats win the draw. Rivers lifts it high, bouncing towards the far corner. Hatricks win it back and work off a shot. Kozirev trying to get there first for Blue Ridge. Now Mercurio across the line. Outnumbered as he straddles the blue line, and he'll reset. Throw it rink wide for Radchenko. Kozyrev back in. Cross ice, Radchenko tried to go low quickly for St. Pierre. Cleared out again by Danbury. Blue Ridge with most of the possession here in the 4-on-4. In the first 50 minutes, Kozyrev cutting in, looking for an angle. Radchenko shoots, block it away. Kozyrev shoveled it out of the offensive zone. Hatricks get a half change. Chernyuk and Belfay on. Now Pickford on for Fennell. Milan Brejko lost his stick. Now forced to skate back. Reller lost an edge as Brejko had to race to the bench. Kandurka came on in his stead, and there he is winning the puck right back. And a 3-on-2 opportunity, 25 seconds on the 4-on-4. Belfay, Chernyuk tried to go for a low pass for Kandurka. Maybe a bit too selfish there from the defenseman, who scored on Saturday night versus Binghamton. His first goal for the Hatricks, definitely not his first against the Hatricks. And a big open ice collision. Pickford and Alvo collide as we head back to 5-on-5. Martin centers loose in the skates of Rupsov. Pickford pokes up for Alvo. Alvo shot blocked. Andrioli back around now for Martin. Frondudo got a tip off Rupsov. Now bouncing back to the red line. Sosinski will flip it across for Tukane. Kuznetsov still on with Kandurka and Newberg. Third line waiting to come on fully as we're halfway through the first period here in Danbury. St. Pierre gets across. Gets the puck right back after clearing it down. Kozyrev, Mercurio with a drive. A low shot handled by Penton. Halfway through the first period, Danbury leads 1-0 courtesy of Eli Rivers. You're watching the Danbury Hatricks live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more. Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and smaller large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept to delivery. Visit us online at dprintingsol.com. Struggling with pain or mobility issues? Turn to Hartsburg Chiropractic Health Center in Danbury. Specializing in posture correction, sports injuries, sciatica, arthritis, and more, our patients rave about personalized care and lasting results. Visit hartsburgchiropractic.com to schedule your consultation.
Back here at the DIA, Hatricks leading 1-0. Leading the shots on goal 8-4. And Eli Rivers' power play goal at 5:18 has given the home team an early lead against the Bobcats, who they swept on home ice back on December 5th and 6th, the first time they met this season. They lost the second two games down in Virginia in late January and enter this weekend 2-2 on the year against their Virginia division rivals. Radchenko got a stick on it. Mercurio will survey as he makes his way up the ice. Flip it cross into the zone and patted up into the netting by Penton. And again, where he was on Friday night last week, it's Jonny Ruiz in the arena, getting a wonderful round of applause from the fans. Wonderful to see that Jonny's doing well. Fennell breakout pass for Rupsov, some space. Tried to flutter it across her front. Dudo couldn't get on the end of it. Reller tried to find Furisev. As Barons gave it away. Turnover, Daly. Easy save for Penton, but spills it towards the corner. Frondudo for Rupsov. Across, Kuznetsov tried to face up and was met with some pressure. Andrioli clearing it for the Bobcats. Reller wins the foot race. Bouncing right circle. Kandurka tied up there with Andrioli. McHugh, excuse me. Nicholas McHugh in there down low. Hallbig's shot was deflected. Fennell clears only as far as Plavak. But a whistle, and the puck did get past the blue line, so an offside. And a replay look there, yep, right at the top of the blue circle, the blue line, excuse me, did escape the ozone. We saw Christian Hallbig there, one of the two collegiate signings that the Bobcats have made in the last day or so. Christian Hallbig wearing number 71, and you'll see Declan House, number 18, in white tonight. Hallbig played his college hockey at Fitchburg State and finished his season with Fitchburg back on February 28th. His last game for them in his collegiate career, now joining the Bobcats in their final push. And there's a shot coming in from Lavak. Back on his stick, shoots again, and cleared by Kandurka. A flutter of chances for the Bobcats, who have had the better of the last couple minutes here late in the first. One-timer from Gallagher. Loose in the near corner. Still trying to poke at it. And finally, referees blow the whistle. And we'll have a face-off to settle it. Officials tonight, Scott Schmidt, Bill Bird, Al Alagna, and Chris Forden. The four in our crew tonight. Practicing some karate moves there or something there, the young fella wearing the Hatricks hat, and some stealth moves there from the young fella. We return to the hockey as the puck cleared all the way down. Should be an icing, and is, at 6:29 in the first period. And we're right back to him. What's better than that for the young guy? Showing off some karate moves, some martial arts, and then gets a second chance on the Jumbotron here in the arena. I love to see it. As Chance Adrian lines up in the face-off circle. Loose and almost fell right for Rivers. He's on the puck and will cycle it for Belfay. Continue the cycle now for Adrian, who skips past. Now on his backhand centered, and St. Pierre there. Stuckless down the right wing. Tried to center it for Kozyrev, who was racing in on the left wing. Puck finds Rivers at the end of the shift. He's stonewalled by the Bobcats. He'll head to the bench, and both teams will get a partial change now. Sosinski circling back, pressured by Ferosith. Kuznetsov rolling puck. Alvo cleared only as far as Kuznetsov, who got a half shot off there. And he'll pressure in the far corner. Keeps the puck alive, centers for Tukane. Fell to a knee, and now Ferosith with some speed down the left wing. Great stick coming in to break up the rush. Intercepted by Alvo, sent back down. And another icing. Hatricks are as hot as they have been in a couple months. 4-1 in their last 5. Technically 3-1, 0-1 with the most recent shootout win, not a regulation win. Nonetheless, it's their best 5-1 stretch since early December, when they went 4-1 from November 28th to December 12th. And that included those 2 first games versus the Bobcats here in Danbury. The Bobcats have had the better chances in the last 5 minutes or so. Hatricks trying to establish their lead and even grow it further as we head into the final stretch of the first. 4:53 to go in the period. Hatricks still leading 1-0 here live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Recover with confidence at Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for sports injuries, post-surgical rehabilitation, and chronic conditions. As the official PT provider for the Danbury Hatricks, we specialize in advanced treatments like dry needling, cupping, and KT taping. Visit us online at hatcityphysicaltherapy.com to schedule a consultation. Serving handcrafted drinks, Cash and Live Coffee Creations combine flavor, creativity, and community in every cup. Visit us online at cashandlivecoffee.com or check us out in the Danbury Ice Arena. Cash and Live Coffee Creations, where every sip tells a story. Make your stay comfortable at La Quinta Inn and Suites by Wyndham Danbury. With spacious rooms, free breakfast, and modern amenities, we've got everything you need to relax and recharge. Conveniently located in Danbury, we're perfect for business or leisure travel. Book your stay today at wyndhamhotels.com/La Quinta.
Back in Danbury, Hatricks leading 1-0, but about to go on the penalty kill just as we kicked it to the break. Josh Newberg was called for slashing minor after the whistle. It was a delayed penalty just as we finished up. So the first chance on the 5-on-4 for the Bobcats tonight, who have a formidable 5-on-4. Mercurio, tight angle, still loose, and cleared away to the wall. Mercurio, Plavak, shot deflected. Down low. Belfay pinning Mercurio. He's back with it on the near side. Plavak, Kozirev trying to line up the one-timer. Stick in from Crom. Mercurio, down low. Cross ice, Kozirev, what a save! Kyle Penton got a piece on the shot. And a replay here. Mercurio low. And then the flip across for Kozirev. And Penton gets from right to left quick and keeps it a 1-0 game. .123 to go on the power play. Hatricks clear. Blue Ridge with a 23% power play on the season, 4th in the Fed. Hatricks have pretty solid penalty kill themselves, 82.7%, and 5th in the entire league. Mercurio, Kozirev still the first unit on here for Blue Ridge, a minute into the 5-on-4. Cross ice and kept in at the line by Mercurio. Left to right, Levac shoots, blockered. And out to the left point. Mercurio back for Levac. Thought about a shot, now Mercurio down low. They want to try it again. They find Kozirev. Couldn't go tape to tape off his skate. Back for Mercurio, low. Stuckless again trying to shovel it and batted clear by Tukane. A gritty penalty killing effort there from the Hatricks' first penalty kill group. Leaving only 17 seconds now for Blue Ridge. Ferocith with speed, McHugh left wing, centers, backhand, another attempt and still kept out and loose. It's Gallagher with a shot. Still unable to freeze it. Kyle Penton lost his stick halfway through the sequence. But Danbury survives. You see it loose here, a couple stabs at it. And then a shot in from Alvo.
What a sequence right there.
And by that point, Penton had been without his stick for at least 7 seconds. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. Hatricks survive on the penalty kill just barely. But the Bobcats are knocking on the door here, trying to tie this one up. Reller. Pickford and Daly. Now Adrian up the wall, only as far as Andrioli. Bouncing, and Penton almost fooled there. A heavy deflection, and he'll freeze the puck. Blue Ridge now dominating the shots on goal, 18-9. After the Hatricks led 8-4. So 14-1 in shots on goal since that mark, basically since the Hatricks scored that early goal. Ferocith, Reller whiffs on the one-timer, kept in by Andrioli, tried to find the puck but can't. Belfay passed it up for Rivers, couldn't find him as Ferocith. The centering pass intercepted by Chance Adrian. Rivers cross ice. Belfay can't collect, he'll lay the body. Bobcats breaking out again. Reller, stick in from Fennell. Under 2 minutes to play in the first. Mitchell Barons, his Hatricks debut. Gives it away, Mercurio. Stuckless. Another solid stick there from Fennell. Shuffled ahead for Kuznetsov. Got tied up in St. Pierre, and Schrum will cover it with 1:35. In the 4 games that the Hatricks have played against the Bobcats, they have narrowly outshot their opposition 167-165. It has been a different story this period with the Bobcats leading by almost double digits in shots. Still looking for a tying goal late here in the first. Mercurio threw it across the goal mouth. Danbury going the other way, left to right. Loose behind the net. Up for Kozirev. Now Mercurio almost lost it and now did to Ian Tukane. 1 minute left in the period. Fronduto forced back to Sosinski, who will circle back. Hatricks surely happy to take this one into the break, up 1-0 after this onslaught from the Bobcats. Gallagher had a step on Chernyuk, but gave it away. Kandurka back for Chernyuk, low. Krom was crashing in on the opposite side. Konstantin Chernyuk, and a puck goes flying into the stands. That's a souvenir for someone. 25 seconds to go.
Bobcats peppering Kyle Penton. There in this first period, out shooting Danbury 19-10.
Newberg wins the neutral zone face-off. Pickford will shoot in around the wall.
Locked ahead, tackling the zone, no icing. 15 seconds.
Tipped in now behind Kyle Penton. 10 seconds with Austin Pickford.
8 seconds. Back to Pickford. Pickford watched by McHugh.
Pickford just playing keep away up ahead for Crom, and a late breakout for Rivers. Not going to beat the clock. But the Hatricks will head into the first intermission up 1-0. Eli Rivers with a power play goal at 5:18, assisted by Frontudo and Rupsov. Despite being outshot 10-19, the Hatricks lead after one. We'll step aside for the first intermission and be back to get you ready for period number 2 here at the DIA Live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Let Expedia Cruises Brookfield turn that dream into reality. Our local travel experts offer personalized planning for cruises, all-inclusive resorts, escorted tours, and more. Whether you're seeking a tropical escape or a European adventure, we've got you covered. Visit ExpediaCruises.com to start planning today. At Golf Lounge 18, we deliver state-of-the-art virtual golf fun in Danbury and throughout Connecticut. Equipped with TrackMan 4 technology, our bays allow golfers to play real courses indoors. Reserve your bay or learn more at golflounge18.com. Golf Lounge 18, real golf all year round. Step into Gray Scent Boutique and Candle Bar, where style and creativity come together. Browse our curated finds, enjoy permanent jewelry, or craft your own custom scented candle. Located in Bethel, Connecticut, we're the perfect spot for gifts, gatherings, and unforgettable experiences. Visit grayscent.com for more information. Got a leak, clog, or plumbing problem you can't ignore? Call Hope Plumbing, your trusted local experts for fast, reliable service. Located in Prospect, Connecticut, help is just a call away. Visit thehopecos.com or call 203-663-3223 today to learn more. Because when it comes to plumbing, there's always hope. Building something great starts with the right materials. At Kellogg Hardwood Lumber, we supply premium hardwoods, custom millwork, and quality lumber for builders, craftsmen, and DIYers alike. Located in Bethel, Connecticut, we're your trusted source for strength, beauty, and reliability in every project. Visit kelloggHardwoods.com today. Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. From heating oil and propane delivery to HVAC installation and service, we offer comprehensive solutions for homes and businesses. With automatic delivery options, flexible pricing plans, and 24/7 emergency service, Mitchell Oil ensures your comfort year-round. Visit Mitchell.com to become a customer today. Mitchell Oil, ready to serve you. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. We provide fast and reliable restoration services from properties damaged by water, fire, mold, or storms, serving both homes and businesses with 24/7 emergency response. Check us out online at pauldavis.com to find a location near you. Looking for a premier golfing experience? Visit Richter Park Golf Course, the #2 public course in the New York metro area. With 4 sets of tees, we challenge golfers of all skill levels. Open daily, Richter Park offers competitive rates and online tee time reservations. Visit richterpark.com to book your round today. Bring back your curb appeal with Rinse and Wash Pressure Washing. From driveways and decks to siding and storefronts, we make your surfaces shine like new. Our team delivers fast, professional results you can count on. Visit rinseandwashct.com today to schedule your clean, because a fresh look starts with a rinse and wash. Stacy's Totally Baked crafts freshly baked goods daily, from cookies and cupcakes to signature cakes for every occasion. Based in Ridgefield, we serve local cafes, cater events, and accept custom orders. Visit Stacy'sTotallyBaked.com to browse our menu and place your order. Stacy's Totally Baked, where every bite is made with love. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and made-from-scratch sides in a fun, family-friendly setting. Whether you're dining in or ordering to go, Texas Roadhouse offers legendary food and service. For more information, visit texasroadhouse.com/Danbury. At Ventura Law, we speak your language, know your culture, and understand your story. For over 65 years, we've been fighting for the rights of injured individuals across Connecticut and New York. Our compassionate bilingual attorneys guide you through every step, making sure your voice is heard. Visit VenturaLaw.com for a free consultation. Ventura Law, justice you can trust. Transform your outdoor space with Yard Goats Landscaping, located in Bethel, Connecticut. From spring cleanups and tree work to custom patios, fencing, and masonry, we're your one-stop shop for all things landscaping. Visit yardgoats.io for a free consultation. Yard Goats Landscaping, where your dream yard becomes reality. Need reliable equipment for your next project? Turn to Decker Tool Rental. With locations in Danbury, Bridgeport, and beyond, we offer a full range of rental tools and heavy machinery. Whether you're a contractor or DIYer, our knowledgeable staff ensures you get the right gear for the job. Visit DeckerCatRentalStore.com today. Looking to upgrade your ride or home? Choose Emerald Tint, your premier window tinting masters for Fairfield County. Whether it's automotive, residential, commercial, or marine tinting, we use high-quality ceramic films for superior heat rejection, UV protection, and enhanced privacy. Visit EmeraldTint.com today. Raise the glass to great beer at Charter Oak Brewing Company, located here in Danbury. Enjoy 10 rotating drafts, live local music, and a shaded beer garden perfect for your next event. Visit us online at charteroakbrewing.com to learn.
Hatricks Bobcats first intermission here at the DIA. We'll give you a quick roundup of the first period. A couple notes before we get started in period number 2. Hatricks lead 1-0 after an early power play goal from Eli Rivers, assisted by Gennaro Fronduto and Anton Rupsov. Hatricks power play that has been pretty slow this season overall, but finds a power play goal early and gives them a lead heading into the first intermission. They were outshot 19-10 by Blue Ridge, who, after giving up the goal, really turned things up and put the pressure on Kyle Penton and company, including a power play that included probably 3 or 4 A-grade chances where they could have very easily tied things up if it were not for the heroics of Kyle Penton, who is the starting goaltender tonight despite the return of Sebastian Risar to the Hatricks, coming back from the Macon Mayhem in the SPHL. But Penton has been spectacular as the starting goaltender, and he showed it in the first, making all 19 saves. Couple penalties. Justin Daly tripping penalty at 4:52, which set up the Hatricks power play goal. Offsetting minors from Fronduto and Daly again. Interference and then an embellishment call on Daly. And then a little bit later, it was Caden Kandurka. Initially, it was put under Josh Newberg's name, but corrected to Kandurka. Slashing minor there at 15:07. That's a roundup of the first period. A couple new names for the Hatricks as they make their way back onto the ice for the second period. We told you and tried to give you some info on some of the new guys as the play was going on, but we'll give you the spark notes here. First, the collegiate signing, the first that the Hatricks have made this season using that slot. Mitchell Behrens, who you saw on the third defensive line with Caden Fennell. Behrens, 21 years old, was signed yesterday, March 5th. He played for the Meaford Knights in the GMHL this past season, the junior league in Ontario. 30 points in 29 games, and previously, before that, played in the USPHL for the Bold City Battalion. There's a look at Eli Rivers, the goal scorer. He's been around for a couple months. But the other notable name has to be Dmitry Kuznetsov, who the Hatricks acquired from the Watertown Wolves this morning. Very recent news coming in, and we weren't sure whether he was going to be joining the team, but he has. And Kuznetsov is a player who played in Danbury from 2021 to the early part of the 23-24 season. He won a Commissioner's Cup trophy with the Hatricks in the 22-23 season. He's a beloved player and had a wonderful applause as he returned onto the ice at the DIA. Played 134 games in his first stint with Danbury. 59 goals and 68 assists. Playing on the first line tonight and out there to start the second period. Radchenko and St. Pierre combine. They'll shoot it behind. And up the wall for Greg Sosinski. Fronduto bats it out of the air, almost got it taken away at the blue line. Now Rupsov 2-on-1, and both players left the puck. Fronduto and Rupsov miscommunication. Stuckless stick in by Kuznetsov. And chipped in by Blue Ridge. They'll change. Breakout looking for Rivers, and no icing. And Rivers will now fight behind the net. Up ahead, one back by Chance Adrian. Cherniuk back across Belfay, but was pickpocketed McHugh cycled deep for Gallagher. They'll battle it out behind Penton. Mercurio up, Plavak high, shot blocked by Chernyuk. Adrian flipped off the glass. Now bouncing Plavak, able to play it. Hesitated for a minute as Adrian enters back in for the Hatricks. Belfay, shot behind. Adrian pinned far corner. Almost 2 minutes into the second period. Finally prying the puck free, Lavak. Up for Daly as Barron's battling now the opposite end with Andrioli. Daly and Kandurka still trying to poke it free. And now bouncing ahead for Kandurka. Caden Kandurka lost the puck, and whiffing on it was Crom as the net came dislodged. Stephen Alvo. No penalty shot. There's the replay. Schrum colliding with Kandurka as he lost the puck, was maybe trying to bring it onto his backhand. You see Jordan Crom trailing to put home the puck, but by that time, the net had become dislodged. Third line still out. Bobcats ahead for Daly, intercepted. Kandurka leaves it for Newberg. Centers. Fennell backhanded around now to the near side. Big hit by Kandurka in on Alvo. Kandurka still pressuring the opposition out there. He's been there on the ice for a while, finally getting to the bench. A much needed rest for Kandurka, who, as we said, one of the hotter players on the team. 8 points in his last 5 games, including 2 in the third period on Saturday night. Halbig now off the stick of Kuznetsov, and ricochets behind the net. Kozirev spinning. Stuckless centers, bouncing loose, and now picked up by Frondudo. Mercurio hustles back to cancel out the 3-on-2. Centering, and just along the post, Radchenko was there for the Bobcats. They'll clear it up the wall. Now for Stuckless down the left wing. Centering pass blocked by Rupsov. Up the boards. Now cross ice for Kuznetsov. Sees the stretch pass. Rupsov gets there to cancel out the icing. Trying to shield on Gallagher. Finally pried free by Frondudo. Belfay, glove save. Puck spits out after that tie up behind the net. Belfay there, low left circle. And the first test for Anthony Schrum this period. And there's a guy who's happy to be on the Jumbotron. There you go. Puck still behind the net. Tukane pinching. Sosinski keeps it in the zone, flips it off the glass, and in behind for Belfay. Adrian. Centering the second line tonight, Chance Adrian. With Rivers. Adrian trying to shake off McHugh. He's pushed into the half wall, and Adrian is not happy about that. Plavak feathered across. And McHugh left it for Mercurio. Had to skate back into the neutral zone. Over 5 minutes gone in the second. Give and go, Gallagher. Slap shot save from Penton. An easy save for Penton. Sends us to the under 15-minute timeout. Hatricks lead 1-0 here at the DIA over the Blue Ridge Bobcats live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Looking for top quality meats? Omaha Beef Company is your go-to wholesale food distributor. We carry a wide selection of beef, poultry, pork, cheeses, and pantry staples. Visit omahabeefcompany.com to learn more. Omaha Beef Company, serving Connecticut with quality you can count on. Is joint pain slowing you down? At Ortho Connecticut, our team of expert orthopedic surgeons and specialists get you back to doing what you love pain-free. From sports injuries to joint replacement, we offer advanced care close to home. Visit myorthoct.com to schedule your appointment today. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers comprehensive dental services, including sedation, cosmetic, and preventive care. Schedule your appointment today at stonyhilldental.com. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get your tickets fast and
Hatricks 1, Bobcats 0. Offensive zone draw upcoming for the Bobcats. We have a couple former Blue Ridge players playing against them tonight on the Hatricks as Kandurka slices through the neutral zone. Crom on his backhand and pushed away by Schrum. Andrioli almost overtaken, now 2-on-1. Ferocith lost it through the slot. Up the wall, far side, Alvo. Tied up at the blue line. Kandurka there again. Now with Jordan Crom, 2-on-1. Crom, wait, shoots wide. Prime chance for Crom and Kandurka. Can't capitalize, and they'll get a change. As we were saying, the Hatricks with 4 former Bobcats on the roster now. Austin Belfay, Milan Brezhko, Josh Newberg, and Andre Simonchik, who's not dressed tonight. Belfay played all of last season with the Bobcats in their second year in the Fed. Kyle Penton with another save. Only 2 shots on goal apiece this period. 6.5 minutes in. Blue Ridge still leading 21-12 in the entire game in shots. Bounced off the glass. Whiffing was St. Pierre. Now giveaway for Frondudo. Pinned in the corner, still with it. Opposite side of Rupsov, Kuznetsov, they try to combine. But a stick in from Mercurio, 3-on-2. Frondudo hurrying back, canceling out the odd man rush. And there was an offside warning there. Mercurio maybe didn't hear the referee, usually with a yell to try to let him know that you're offside and you got to get back on the opposite side of the blue line. There's Dmitry Kuznetsov. As we said, he started the 23-24 season with the team, and then 12 games in joined the Mississippi Seawolves, who are now the Biloxi Breakers. There's a shot in from St. Pierre, now with it along the far half wall. Blue Ridge putting on the pressure. Shot spins wide. Radchenko keeping it in at the right point. Kozirev. Puck trickles down to the crease. Penton will freeze at 12:44. Chance Adrian and Daniel Martin in the circle. Puck spills out opposite blue line. Martin tied for the lead in goals and points with 20 goals and 48 points. Tied with Dustin Jasso, who is not in the lineup tonight for the visitors. Slovak behind the net. Trying to work it up ice. Shoveled in, now cross ice up ahead for Chance Adrian. Low Rivers back up and could not connect with Belfay. 3-on-2 the opposite way. Martin waiting for numbers. Trailer, McHugh, low, shoot, save, another attempt, still loose behind the net. Blue Ridge trying to tie the game up. And Kyle Penton with another sequence of saves back-to-back. Breakout pass stopped by Erickson, dumped in by Belfay. And the third line will come on for the Hatricks. And delayed penalty against the Hatricks here for Osith. Maybe hit with a high stick. Entering the zone, they're checking to see if he's got any blood. If so, it's a double minor. Austin Pickford to the box for Danbury. And the last time Blue Ridge was on the 5-on-4 in the first, it was a flurry of near goals for the Bobcats. Hoping to make good this time on their second chance. Blue Ridge going on the power play, coming off 3 straight losses last weekend to PD. Allowed the Hatricks to climb 2 points closer after the Hatricks Saturday night shootout win, setting up this weekend series. The Hatricks leading game 1 here tonight. The Bobcats trying to find a tying goal on the power play. Alvo. McHugh. McHugh circling, now back up for Osith. Alvo, one-timer, tipped in front. Didn't reach the net as McHugh whiffs on a one-timer, back up top for Alvo. Reller cross ice, for Osith shoots. Not fully squeezed, Penton trying to find it, he didn't. But Chernyuk cleared it all the way down the rink, killing off the first 40 seconds. Half of the Bobcats' first power play group on, waiting for a full change as Martin receives the pass at the right point, forced out into the neutral zone. Kozirev, the leading assist man for the Bobcats this season. Around the wall now, up to the right point with Slovak. Slovak, opposite corner. Bouncing, Martin. Mercurio, back for Martin. Slovak, shoots, save, and post clear by Chernyuk. A big round of applause here from the Hatricks faithful, clearing off another chance, but quickly back the other way, fluttered in front, Stuckless, the closest man to it. On the puck at the half wall, Crom trying to clear it out himself and gives it away. Martin walking in, backhand, Kozirev wide into the high netting with 9 seconds to go on the power play. Flying by the seat of their pants, but doing it just well enough. The Hatricks on the penalty kill. 9 seconds left after the media timeout. 9:35 to go here in Danbury. Hatricks still lead 1-0.
Fire up your appetite with Twins Barbecue Company. Smoked meats, bold flavors, and barbecue that brings people together. Stop by for ribs, brisket, wings, and more in Brookfield. Visit twinsbbqco.com to view our menu, order online, or find our next food truck stop. Twins Barbecue. There's nothing better than smoking hot twins. Looking to make your brand stand out? Vision Designs in Brookfield has you covered. From custom screen printing and embroidery to eye-catching signs, banners, and promotional products, they bring your ideas to life with unmatched quality and service. Visit VisionDesignCT.com. Vision Designs, where your vision becomes reality. Looking to elevate your night out? At Illicit Brewing Company, we feature a beer hall, cocktail bar, arcade, lounge, and private event space. Enjoy a diverse menu, live music, trivia nights, and more. Visit illicitbrewing.com/Danbury for more information.
Still 9 seconds left on the Bobcats power play. You're halfway through the second period, halfway through the game between the Hatricks and the Bobcats. Keeping an eye on some out-of-town scores, which we will provide during the second intermission, but at a quick look, the Biloxi Breakers leading Topeka 2-1. Hatricks kill off the final 9 seconds, back to 5-on-5. Jordan Crom, backhand, and pushed away by Schrum. Bobcats trying to clear out. Daly up for Reller. He'll poke it in down behind the net. Brejko at the half wall with Halbig. We've seen Christian Halbig a couple shifts tonight. One of 2 collegiate signings for the Bobcats as we get an icing. Haven't seen Declan House much this evening, the other new collegiate signing for the visitors. House played his college hockey for Franklin Pierce and Keene State most recently. And his last game for the Owls up in southern New Hampshire was on February 21st. So relatively quick turnaround for those guys to get their sea legs here in the last dozen games or so of the season and embark on their professional careers. And you see that with Mitchell Behrens on the Hatricks, not playing U.S. collegiate hockey, instead going the junior route. Tukane, Brejko will swing it in. Hatricks will get a change. Gallagher, loose puck. Pickford cycles it back for Frondudo. First line back on for the Hatricks. Cycled down, now Pickford on the puck. Trying to break out, Brejko finally does. The pass out to the red line. And back on the stick of Milan Brejko. Into the zone, odd man rush. Kuznetsov loose and picked up crucially by Robin Eriksson. Around the wall, now Stuckless. Tried to send it further, but met by Chernyuk with the body. Chernyuk, one of the most dynamic defensive players you will see in this league. Rupsov pickpockets. Spinning around and scores! The wraparound, it's 2-0. A slow-moving wraparound there from Rupsov. Gets the pads to open up and doubles the Hatricks lead here in Danbury. He won the puck back in the offensive zone and did it all himself. We'll see if there's an assist on the goal officially, but it looked unassisted to my eyes. And Rupsov, the team leader in goals and points, gets another to his name. It's 19 on the season for the Russian. Penton had some trouble for a second there catching that puck. But this game already halfway through, looking similar to the first two meetings between these two teams in December in Danbury. A very different story down in Virginia about a month ago, where the Bobcats took both of those games. Now Rivers trying to slice through, and does. Rivers loose puck, left circle, and tied up just enough by Stephen Alvo. Reller lost the puck and was looking towards the official for maybe a hooking, but did not get it, as Adrian up ahead for Belfay. The former Bobcat, tight angle shot, puck loose in the slot. Picked up by Andrioli. It's Anton Rupsov unassisted at 12:39. Ferosith picks it right back up at the blue line, now left side. Martin trying to work off a shot, tied up with Fennell, who takes the puck back. Fennell dumps it and gets a change for Danbury. Caden Fennell playing as the defenseman in the third pair tonight. We've seen him play basically everywhere this season, Caden Fennell. We've seen him center lines. We've seen him play on the wing. He's a jack of all trades, and being asked to do all that as a rookie, really impressive for the former Johnson & Wales collegiate player. Sosinski up ahead for Crom. Crom shoots, blocker to the opposite side. Kandurka around the wall. St. Pierre for Kozirev. Gains the line, Kozirev stops back and spins around. Wicked bounce again, the second time tonight. And a beautiful saucer pass there from Frondudo, finds Kuznetsov, who's turned back towards the near half wall. Puck spits out opposite side. A great pass there from Frondudo, centering the first line. He's worked his way up from mostly a bottom six forward at the start of the season to a strong hold on this top six. Now as the first line center. 4:55 to go in the second. Hatricks double their lead courtesy of Anton Rupsov. It's 2-0 Hatricks here in Danbury, live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Start your morning off right at Grounds Donut House. Enjoy our oversized artisanal donuts paired with premium coffee. For a unique treat, don't miss our ice cream-filled donuts. If you're looking for a sweet way to kick off your day, visit us in Danbury or check us out online at groundsdonuthouse.com/Danbury. Looking for great craft beer and live music? Visit Housatonic River Brewing in New Milford. Enjoy handcrafted ales in our rustic tap room or outdoor beer garden along the scenic Housatonic River. We're open Wednesday through Sunday with live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full schedule and offerings at HousatonicRiverBrewing.com. Looking for reliable waste management? Choose Interstate Waste Services, your local family-owned provider since 1998. We provide comprehensive waste and recycling solutions for homes and businesses with a commitment to sustainability and community. For more information, visit Interstate.
Back in Danbury for the final 4:55 of the second. Hatricks got a second goal from Anton Rupsov, a wraparound goal. Initially credited as an unassisted goal, now giving that goal to Gennaro Frondudo. Maybe a deflection right in the crease there. We'll confirm maybe in the second intermission. We'll give it to Anton Rupsov for the moment as the Hatricks control in the offensive zone. Chernyuk pad save from Schrum. And a delayed penalty upcoming against the Bobcats. Frondudo trying to maintain possession and set up the 6-on-5. They do. Penton to the bench. Adrian, the extra skater, couldn't hold on to it. Michael Mercurio, the culprit, heading to the box for Blue Ridge. Hatricks are 1 for 1 on the evening. Scored in the first period off an Eli Rivers wrist shot from the low left circle. It took them about 30 seconds to get that power play goal. They have a chance here. Up 2 goals late in the second. Rubtsov checked down. Rivers kicked by Erickson before it reached Schrum. Now pinned in the near corner, Frondudo. Able to lay it free up for Rivers, but pass it out of the zone. Chernyuk and company will reset. Back in with Rubtsov, flipped across. And Durka maybe intercepted that. Looking for Rubtsov instead, Rivers was. And now in the shorthand, Gallagher tied up with Rivers. Getting back just in time, Eli Rivers. Reller winning it back for the Bobcats on the penalty kill, as Andreoli will push it further away. Now the second unit on. Chance Adrian. Back to left point, Pickford. Chernyuk. Crom. Down low, Adrian. Tried to shelf it high. Instead, back for Crom. Now Chernyuk. Wrist off the post. How did that not go in? Everybody in the arena heard that. That might have hit a Bobcat before hitting the post. Gonna dampen the blow. Back in the offensive zone near corner. 18 seconds. Crom. A shot pass low for Adrian. Cycled opposite side, Pickford. Had loose, tripped. Crom shoots wide. Adrian handling behind the net. 3 seconds now. Tukane. Off the crossbar. Hatricks hitting iron back to back and somehow not scoring a third. 5-on-5 hockey as Mercurio out of the box and overtaken in the corner. Kandurka with speed on the rush. Tight angle shot off the edge of the post. Newberg chops it to the near side. Kuznetsov. Tukane. Sasinski left the zone. And we'll have an offsides here with 1:47. Frondudo and the first line out for the final minute 45. Tukane will push it in. Off Lavok, Stuckless back for Erickson. Rubtsov trying to cause another turnover that led to the second goal. And they have back behind the net. Rubtsov now up for Ian Tukane. Shot wide. Stuckless trying to break out, but kept in by Kuznetsov, who has stepped into this first line after joining the team. Has to have been under 24 hours ago. Probably still learning everybody's first names and has looked spectacular for this group. Kozirev dangling back. Now up to the point, St. Pierre hesitates, shoots, and it took a heavy deflection. Behind the net now, up for Brejko. Brejko gets a piece of that clearance. Just the slightest bit as Newberg battles along the half wall. 32 seconds now to go in the period. Tukane trying to maneuver across the blue line and just barrels his way through. Now 2-on-2. Brejko left wing. Angling behind, lays it backhand. Durka, 10 seconds. Sosinski cycles it, and a crazy bounce again. 3 tonight. Loose in the corner, and that is how the second period will end here in Danbury. Hatricks enter the second intermission, up 2 goals. A second period goal from Anton Rupsov, pending a stat correction, might be Frondudo there. We got the final touch, but nonetheless, Danbury leads 2-0, looking to cut into this deficit in the standings and creep their way up into playoff contention. 20 more minutes of hockey left here at the DIA tonight. You're watching it live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Let Expedia Cruises Brookfield turn that dream into reality. Our local travel experts offer personalized planning for cruises, all-inclusive resorts, escorted tours, and more. Whether you're seeking a tropical...
Remember when a night out didn't break the bank? When fun was simple, social, and full of laughter? Bowling is still that place. Affordable, timeless, and made for everyone. Get more laughs per dollar bowling at Spins Bowl.
2-0 Hatricks here in the second intermission in Danbury, about 4 minutes before we start the third. Give you a quick recap of the second period. Give you some out-of-town scores before we get the final period started. Another period and another lone goal for the Hatricks in the second. It was originally credited to Anton Rupsov, but they're going to give it to Gennaro Frondudo, who maybe got a final touch right in the crease as Rupsov's wraparound got past Anthony Schrum. That coming at 12:39 in the second period at even strength. That doubled the Hatricks lead. Hatricks won the shots on goal 10-8 in the second. They still trail 27-20 overall in the game. Now, the first game that these two teams played on December 5th, it was a similar story where the Hatricks were outshot, but they ended up winning the game. They took that one by a score of 6-3. Not much else of note in the second period other than the goal. 2 penalties, 1 for each team. Austin Pickford had a high sticking call that put Blue Ridge on the power play, where they again showed real strength and could have scored a couple times and tied this game up. Then the Hatricks went on the power play after Michael Mercurio was whistled for a slashing call at 15:36. Hatricks did not convert there. And that's where we stand heading into the third. Hatricks lead 2-0. They trail the Bobcats by 11 points in the Empire Division standings. A win would bring them to within 8 and will spoil the out-of-town scores by starting at first down in Biloxi, where the Breakers, who are the league cellar dwellers with only 20 points and are eliminated from postseason contention, looking to sweep the Topeka Scarecrows. They lead 4-2 in the second over Topeka, who is tied with Blue Ridge right now at 66. So if results hold, Topeka loses and the Hatricks are able to come out of this one with 3 points. They are only 8 points away from both Topeka and Blue Ridge. So that's the main out-of-town score of note for all you Hatricks fans and for any Blue Ridge fans watching, of course, as they're tied at 66 points apiece with them. Neither of them wants the 4th spot, because that means they'd have to play the Binghamton Black Bears in round 1. We'll go over to Port Huron, where the Prowlers lead 2-0 over the Sentinels in the third period. Down in Florence, South Carolina, the Ice Cats of Petey are trailing 3-5 against the Rock Lobsters in the third period. They're 2 teams in playoff position in the Continental. Another game in the third period. It's Watertown tied 2-2 with Binghamton, keeping it close there after being on the wrong end of a couple games a few weekends back, where the Black Bears put up double-digit goals in some of those games. They're tied 2-2. 2 more here as the Hatricks head back onto the ice for period number 3. Columbus trailing Monroe 3-5 in the second period in Columbus, Georgia. And finally, Baton Rouge with a 2-1 lead in the second period over Twin City. That wraps up the out-of-town scores. Quick look at Kyle Penton right there. And there's Anthony Schrum. Kyle Penton so far 27 shots faced, 27 saves. He's had a couple close calls, and the Bobcats have been knocking on the door for the first 2 periods, but have been stonewalled so far. The Hatricks also hit the post twice late in the second period themselves after going up 2-0 on the power play, and just after the power play had expired. The last one coming from Ian Tukane, who hit the crossbar. So it's Hatricks 2, Bobcats 0, entering the final period of play here Friday night. Rupsov quickly saucered ahead. Kuznetsov trying to lay the body and gets it back for Danbury. Frandudo chasing Kuznetsov. Excuse me, Radchenko. As Kozirev backhanded it across goal and shuffled clear by Rupsov. And that goal that's now credited to Gennaro Frandudo as he gets tied up in the far corner. That's his 8th goal on the year. Coming into tonight, 6 points in 5 games. Just speaks to the form he's been in, how well he's been playing down the stretch, just like a guy like Caden Kandurka. 2 who have played mostly in the bottom 6, now stepping up and really putting up points for this Hatricks team. Rivers cross ice Frandudo. He'll shoot in and get a change. Rupsov, his shot saved. Now along the wall as the Breakers, excuse me, not the Breakers, the Bobcats have Mississippi on my mind right now. Still in the out-of-town scores, forgive me for that. As Andrioli shovels it ahead for Martin. Bouncing puck, low circle, and kept in by Hlavak, now forced out into the neutral zone. McHugh needs some help. Retreats back, now Reller slicing in, left circle, whiffs. Trying to evade all the orange jerseys. Hatricks able to clear only as far as the red line, and Alvo and Daly will enter back in. Pickford pressured by Andrioli. Kuznetsov now pressured. Banked off the boards for Kandurka. We'll shoot it around Newberg there on the end of it. Spills out to the blue line. Barons backhands it as far as his fellow collegiate signee Christian Halbig. Bobcats will send it down for an icing at 17:25. Hatricks 4-1 in their last 5. They are 1-2-2-0 in their last 5 home games. So 1-4, with 2 of those 4 losses coming after regulation. Yeah, the overtime loss to Watertown and then the shootout loss to Indiana back on February 13th. Puck goes into the bleachers. First line of Rupsov, Frandudo, and Kuznetsov back out for the Hatricks. Rupsov trying to shimmy past behind the wall. Kept in by Tukane. Frandudo scooped up by Schrum. Anthony Schrum this year 1-1 versus the Hatricks and .862 save percentage. In goal again tonight. Trying to keep his team in it and prevent a third from the Hatricks as the Bobcats face this 2-goal deficit. Kuznetsov turned over, Stuckless, loose, now taken right back by Rupsov. Has numbers behind, laid back for Kuznetsov, shoots, blocker save. Rupsov takes it back. Second line on. Over 3 minutes played in the third. Pickford up the wall. Belfay helps it for Chance Adrian. Adrian cutting into the slot. Picks it back up. Rivers looking for Belfay. Had it in the slot sitting there. Down low. Turned over at the wall. Rivers, low for Adrian, just couldn't find him on the one-time pass. Alvo skipping past Adrian, almost tripped. But gave it away. Adrian, Belfay shoots, save. Hatricks and Bobcats back in action tomorrow night at 7 p.m. here in Danbury. Next weekend, the Hatricks have a split series. On Friday, they'll play in Watertown, and then Saturday night, they'll host the Binghamton Black Bears. They got their first win of the season against last Saturday night. That shootout win was the first win the Hatricks have gotten over the Black Bears in 463 days, over a year since Danbury has beaten Binghamton. And what a huge win it was. Keeping them alive down the stretch. Alvo, Levac, maybe finding Daly down low, but it was blocked. Now back up, Levac shoots. Pad save. And looks like Pickford slow to get up after getting crunched along the boards. He'll skate off to the bench. Barron's on for him. And now a fight. Newberg dropping the gloves with Andrioli. Newberg, the former Bobcat, going at it. And Caden Fidel hyping up the fans. Newberg with a couple jabs. Andrioli there with a couple low ones. And Newberg taken down to the ice. And they'll call it dead here. Newberg, now he's hyping up the fans as he heads to the box, and you get a couple shots there. Both of them traded blows. Newberg had a couple jabs, and then Andrioli with the finishing punches. We'll call it even as those two will head to the box. Austin Belfay waiting for a word from the officiating crew. And we'll step aside for a quick break here, watching the Hatricks live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Enjoy free tours and tastings of our award-winning spirits, including bourbon, rye, gin, and ready-to-drink cocktails. Open daily with tours on the hour. Book your spot at litchfielddistillery.com. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Craving a craft beer escape? Come to Reverie Brewing Company in Newtown, where every pint is brewed with passion and flavor. Catch a rotating tap list, enjoy food trucks almost every day, and join us for live events and good times. Visit reveriebrewing.com for our menu, hours, and upcoming events. Reverie Brewing. Don't quit your daydream. In the mood for a sweet treat? Visit Twister's Ice Cream Cafe in New Fairfield. Enjoy 32 delicious homemade ice cream and Italian ice flavors, including rotating specials. Plus, catch Twisters at all Danbury Hatricks home games this season. For more information, check them out on Facebook.
Back here in Danbury, awaiting some clarification on the fight between Newberg and Andrioli. So Newberg's in the box. And Andrioli is not. So Carson Andrioli might have got the boot to the locker room. We'll confirm that when we get some word down from the center ice crew, but for now, Hatricks have an offensive zone face-off with Frondudo. Barons moves it for Rupsov. Back for Frondudo, now across, looking for the give and go. Barons pinching, wanted the shot. Rupsov, a tight angle. Mercurio in stride, left wing, looking for a pass, fluttered across, and scooped up by Kyle Penton. 14:25 on the clock here at the DIA. Martin and Adrian on the draw. Martin will win it for the visitors. Erickson. Martin back up for Erickson. One-timer, deflected in loose, and another save in front. Penton can't find the puck and finally does. Got a whistle at last. It was a one-timer from St. Pierre from the right point that started it all. Adrian and Martin will do it again from the right circle. Gallagher. Low for McHugh. Bouncing now, Sosinski. Able to clear it ahead. Belfay. Shoots it around Rivers to get there first. Cycled low for Adrian. Martin evading Belfay. Trying to spin clear of his former Bobcat teammate. Martin around the outside, entering and giving away to Adrian. Crom had a 2-on-2 with Tukane, but gave it away. A whistle behind the play. Might be a bench minor here for too many men. And it is a too many men on the ice call against the Danbury bench, which sets up Blue Ridge on the power play for the third time tonight. We'll wait to see who serves the penalty. And Eli Rivers, the man going to the box to join Josh Newberg. Blue Ridge 0 for 2 tonight on the 5-on-4, but if you've been watching with us for the entire game, they've come desperately close to getting a goal on the board in these situations. It's a story of a great power play versus a great penalty kill. Both teams in the top half of the league in those categories. Going at it again for the third time. The Bobcats trying to cut into this deficit. There's a pass in front. Kandurka spins it clear. McHugh was the player right along the post. Ferosith across the line. He'll circle back right point. And Kandurka trying to take it back. Ferosith keeps possession for now and clipped now by Kandurka. 2-on-1 if they can hurry. It's going to be 2-on-2. Kandurka low. Belfay bouncing puck. And through the skates of Belfay. A quick rush on the shorthand. Last time the Hatricks were home, they gave up 2 shorthanded goals in a row on the same power play to Binghamton, so would be delighted to snag a shorthanded goal of their own. Has not been the story tonight. 45 seconds on the man advantage. Kozirev, Klavak, shot blocked or deflected by Martin. Mercurio. Slovak at the point, shoots. Off the glove there. Penton gets a piece, 29 seconds to go on the bench minor. You have to think if the Hatricks are able to clear, you've got Rivers coming out of the box. One of the most dynamic skaters that they have to offer on a potential breakout. But first, they got plenty to do here. There's a blocker save from Penton. Mercurio, opposite side, Kozirev. Surveying. Walks low, cross ice, Mercurio shoots, glove save. A round of applause for Kyle Penton. Staying strong for the third time on the penalty kill. Danbury wins it. Sosinski swung around, kept in by Kozirev. Stuckless. Behind. Deflected by Tukane up the wall. Mercurio sends it back around, takes a wicked bounce. Martin back to 5-on-5. Martin trying to shake off Sosinski. Slovak shot deflected. Hatricks 3 for 3 on the penalty kill this evening. Did not concede as many dangerous chances as they did on the first two. Hold on to this 2-0 lead, 11 minutes to go in the game. Kanderka trying to go coast to coast. Belfay forces a blocker save. Ferosith 1-on-3. Wrist shot save. Loose high slot scooped up by Rivers. Stops. Now centering pass for Chernyuk was deflected. Ferosith, who led that last rush ahead for Reller. Turned aside by Pickford, now lost an edge. Good to see Austin Pickford back out onto the ice after that hit he took a couple minutes ago. Belfay scoops it down. Schrum almost accidentally froze it as we head towards the halfway mark in this period. Pickford's pass intercepted and now taken back by Danbury. 2-on-1, Frandudo. And covered by Schrum. Saw Kuznetsov in there. He lost an edge as he was looking for the one-timer. 9:53 to play in the third. Hatricks still lead 2-0, trying to close out a huge win over the Blue Ridge Bobcats. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Danbury Hatricks on the Hatricks Digital Network.
Upgrade your home with Buzz-8 Appliance, your trusted source for top brand appliances and expert service. We've got the selection and knowledge to help you find the perfect fit. Visit our showrooms in Danbury and Brookfield or shop online at buzz8appliance.com. Buzz-8 Appliance, where quality meets dependability. Discover fresh quality and unbeatable value at Carluzzi's, your family-owned grocery market. We've got everything you need under one roof. Proudly serving Danbury and surrounding communities. Visit carluzzi's.com for weekly specials. Carluzzi's, where quality meets community.
Hungry? Chick-fil-A has you covered in Brookfield on Federal Road and inside the Danbury Fair Mall. From the original chicken sandwich to fresh salads and nuggets, enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner your way. The perfect way to feed your family.
Back here in the Hat City, Rupsov behind the net, getting things going in the final half of the third period. Martin trying to slice through the slot, and a delayed penalty. Caden Fennell might have been cross-checked down there low in the circle. Daniel Martin to the penalty box, puts the Hatricks on the man advantage for the third time tonight. They're 1 for 2. Scored on their first opportunity. Eli Rivers with a first period goal, and did not score on their second try. A goal here would do a lot in their push to put this game away. Tie up along the half wall. Frondudo comes away with it, looking for the cross ice pass, and couldn't deliver it. Rivers was waiting at the back door. He'll control at the left point. Chernyuk, Rupsov, Frondudo, back for Rupsov. Chernyuk walking in, shoots wide, rebound, still loose. Rivers had a chance as it bounced off the backboards. Rupsov, Hatricks in control. Low, Kanturka. And it whistles across the goal mouth. Rivers now. Low, Frondudo tried to slice through, but held up. First unit goes off halfway through the power play. Chernyuk still out there. Tried to leave it back for Belfay. And Chernyuk will head off, and Penton was slid into, and it's going to be a 5-on-3. Goaltender interference penalty upcoming. Andrioli gets a touch on it, and we'll see if we have a replay. My head was moving up ice. And here it is. And that's a tough one there. You see the two players with the momentum going towards the crease. And Brandon Reller whistled for a goaltender interference. It's Austin Pickford going stride for stride with Reller as he made the contact with Penton. A tough call there. And the Hatricks will go 5-on-3 for 35 seconds. We're getting some more time on the 5-on-4. Kept alive by Frondudo and Chernyuk. First unit back out. Chernyuk, Rupsov, Rivers. Finding an angle, shoots. Blockered away. Kept in by Chernyuk. 15 seconds on the 5-on-3. Chernyuk, Rupsov. Chernyuk shoots, looking for a deflection. Frondudo tried to backhand it towards the low slot, cleared out. And now 5-on-4. Penton almost gave it away. Two white jerseys there along the blue line. A minute 14 of 5-on-4 action. Chernyuk will hold on to it as the second unit gets back out there. And you expect Chernyuk will head to the bench himself. He stays out there for now as Belfay and Adrian work it up ice. Caught by Pickford, bouncing around along the blue line, and finally forced in. Ahead Mercurio. Mercurio shorthanded into the high netting. .37 seconds left on the Reller penalty. Under 7 minutes to play in the third. These games have gone down to the wire. Almost every one of them. They've been close. No overtime games, but across the four, the Hatricks have outscored the Bobcats 16-14. You said the shots on goal across the four, 167 to 165. So real close in a bunch of different categories. Tukane spins it around the rim. Pickford, Belfay now back low for Pickford along the wall. Strung up with Alvo. Chukune at the blue line. Now Crom bouncing, loose, Belfay. Schrum thought he grabbed it with the backhand. Back to 5-on-5.
But it went over top of the cage. On ahead to Adrian. Bobcats are back in even strength.
Hatricks survive. Excuse me, the Bobcats survive that extended penalty kill. Now looking at a 2-goal deficit with under 6. Fennell up the wall, Ferocious there to keep it in for the Bobcats. A lot of traffic, but Penton sees it. Again, these two teams back at it tomorrow night, 7 p.m. puck drop here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Got a great one so far. Bobcats still leading in shots 36-30. Hatricks have a slight edge this period, 10-9. Still trying to make up from that first period where they got the goal. They were outshot 10-19. Slovak quickly ahead, Gallagher couldn't find him. Puck will roll down, no icing. Fennell lost it, Martin centers, Gallagher bouncing, backhand, glove save. Kyle Penton is in a flow state right now. Now nearing 40 saves on the night. 38 so far in the first 55 minutes.
Another head scratcher tonight. 2-0 with 5 minutes left.
Pickford spinning off McHugh. Over for Chernyuk. Tipped over in the neutral zone. Martin sends it back in for the Bobcats. Frondudo. Pickford for Rupsov across the line. Rupsov, right wing. Frondudo, excuse me. We'll shoot it into the netting with 4:46 to go in the third. Hatricks hanging on here, up 2-0 over the Blue Ridge Bobcats. We'll kick it to our final media timeout of the period. You're watching the Danbury Hatricks live on the Hatricks Digital Network.
It's time for a tasty, gooey treat. Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With 6 new gourmet cookie flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. For the latest flavors and updates, visit crumblecookies.com/Danbury. Visit Danbury Duck Pin Bowling Lanes for family fun. Enjoy the classic charm of duck pin bowling with 16 lanes, including a private party room. Perfect for kids' parties, senior leagues, and casual play. Open daily with affordable rates and a welcoming atmosphere. Visit DanburyDuckPin.com to reserve your lane today. Looking for a bank that puts you first? Visit Fairfield County Bank, serving Connecticut since 1871. With 17 local branches, we offer personal and business banking, mortgages, insurance, and investment services, all with a personal touch. Visit FairfieldCountyBank.com to learn more.
Hatricks Bobcats, 4:46 to go in the third. Danbury leading 2-0. Trying to close out their second win in as many games after a 4-3 shootout win in Binghamton last Saturday night. Kozirev scoots around, spins it along the wall, now back up for Alvo. Alvo loose and batted into the netting, out of play.
4:21 to go. Still plenty of time. But the more we say that,
A face-off in the left circle. Mercurio in there against Chance Adrian. Adrian, another player who's only joined the team in the last 3 weeks or so. Came in from the Noah Robinson trade in mid-February. Alvo's shot deflects. Mercurio behind the net, tried to throw it off. Penton's back now, bouncing low left circle. Alvo pinching in with Stuckless. St. Pierre, backhanded for Mercurio. Still shielding as he works his way back up. Alvo way behind the net, the defenseman pinned by Pickford. And Chernyuk trying to clear with Belfay. St. Pierre will shoot in. 3.5 minutes to play. Crom able to chop it free and get it down to the opposite end. Danbury's third line, Crom, Kandurka, and Newberg out there. Schrum was almost going to go head to the bench to get on the extra skater for the 6-on-5. And now some conversation. Newberg in the thick of it after his fight earlier in the game. .305 Hatricks offensive draw coming up. 2 games in this arena in December, 6-3 and 4-2. This one a more low-scoring affair. In those 4 games, Hatricks have averaged about 4 goals per game, which is just higher than their season average of about 3.4. Tukane with a blast, high, and out of play. So clearly with Schrum trying to leave for the bench a little while ago, you see the Blue Ridge bench getting aggressive, trying to figure out when they should pull the goalie. And down 2 goals under 3 minutes. They're gonna have to find one pretty quick. Newberg tried a hand pass and the official saw it. Alolagna there pointing it out from the blue line. Now Alogna having a word with Wojtek Zemlika, head coach of the Bobcats. Face-off goes out into the neutral zone after the hand pass. Tie up, Mercurio draws a tripping call. Newberg to the box for the 2nd time tonight. This time for tripping. The 4th chance for Blue Ridge on the power play. They're 0 for 3 on the night, a team that is 4th in the Fed on the power play. Schrum heading to the bench for the Bobcats. 6-on-4 right now. 6 white jerseys in the offensive zone. Hlavak for Mercurio. And they'll get things started. Quick shot, score! Stuckless roofs it over Penton. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting. It's 2-1 Hatricks. Stuckless, you've seen him in that spot down low along the goal line all night on this power play. And he finally gets a chance where he can face up and lift it over the glove side. Bobcats score almost right away on the power play. Cut the deficit in half. And 2-1 with 2:44 to go here in the 3rd. Kuznetsov lost an edge. Fennell skating up at the red line, tried to backhand it into the zone, and Frondudo will help it in. Frondudo in the first line out there. Kuznetsov's shot blocked. Mercurio behind the net now for Radchenko. Gallagher and Martin across. Under 2 minutes. No icing call. Second line on for the Hatricks. Trying to see this game out. Belfay intercepts. Had Adrian out ahead and instead ices the puck. Went for the saucer pass. Adrian was in some space around the blue line. Nicholas Stuckless, his 19th goal of the year, giving the Bobcats some life. And the Blue Ridge bench will use their timeout with this offensive zone draw coming up. Bobcats with a 9-goal shot advantage tonight. They lead the period 12-10 with Nicholas Stuckless, his shot from down low on the power play with the extra attacker on the 6-on-4. Not even 10 seconds into the power play, assisted by Mercurio and McHugh. And if the game's ending soon, why not finish your beverage? So the Bobcats bench trying to draw something up here from the left circle. Danbury just trying to get across the finish line and secure 3 points. Remember, if a game goes to overtime, the winner only receives 2 points. The loser gets 1 point, but a regulation win is 3. The net is empty for Blue Ridge. Martin, Mercurio, Stuckless, Flavak, Kozirev, and McHugh. Josh Newberg in the face-off circle for Danbury. Newberg out there with Rivers and Belfay. He'd been centering the third line, now with the second line wingers. And a draw now behind the net with Mercurio. In the corner, Stuckless shoots, blockered. Sasinski around the wall. Rivers gets a touch and bouncing in the neutral zone. Kozirev, 80 seconds. Mercurio trying to set up with Stuckless. Backhands it deep. Bouncing near corner. Sasinski holds on. Gave it away. Now up to the blue line. Flavak. Shot blocked by Rivers. Centering pass, bouncing puck. And escapes into the bleachers. If you needed a reminder to focus, there it is. 52 seconds. Blue Ridge net still empty. On with the extra skater. Chance Adrian now on to take the face-off for Danbury. It bounces to the near half wall. Ferosith now Daly along the wall. Crom forces the puck back out. Reller and Alvo reset. Alvo into the zone. Met by Crom. in the corner, threw it towards the net. Alvo centering, loose. Ferocith, Daly, off the crossbar and into the netting. Replay here. Daly loads of space. Tees up the slap shot and hits iron. 23 seconds, Josh Newberg back out there in the circle against Daniel Martin. Martin wins it. Levac, a lot of traffic, didn't reach the net. One clearance should do it. Sasinski trying to pin it in the far corner and freeze out the game. Still jammed in the corner, 8 seconds. Spits out blue line, shot, loose, spills to the corner, 1 second, and that's it. The Hatricks survive, and the gap is 8. The Danbury Hatricks gut out a 2-1 win on home ice and pick up their 3rd win of the season over the Bobcats. Their 2nd straight, and they climb just a bit further into playoff contention. Kyle Penton, take a bow. With Sebastian Reesar returning, people might have forgotten how good Kyle Penton has been playing. He had his first shutout a couple home games ago in his pro career, and Austin Belfay will decide who picks up the Litchfield Distillery barrel. And of course it's Penton. He gave up the 1 goal on the power play, and he gets a well-deserved round of applause from the Hatricks faithful. Officially 41 saves on the night. Hatricks outshot by 12, but they get it done. Goals from Rivers and Fronduto in the 1st and 2nd. And they win a low-scoring affair here at the DIA. And crucially, a quick peek at the out-of-town scores. Biloxi leading 5-3 over Topeka. And if that result holds, the Hatricks are 8 points away from both Blue Ridge and Topeka. Got another game tomorrow night, against Blue Ridge to narrow the gap to 5 with another potential regulation win. Hatricks take a lap around the rink as they celebrate another win. 2 huge wins in the last 6 days. Shootout win over Binghamton and the win tonight over Blue Ridge. Team improves to 15-21-5-4, 58 points, and in 5th place. Blue Ridge falls to 19-20-3-3, still on 66 points. And pending the Topeka result, will still be in a tie with them. Well, that's all for us here in Danbury. Great one tonight at the DIA. Thanks for joining us on the Hatricks Digital Network. Again, Hatricks 2, Bobcats 1. We'll see you tomorrow night and do it again live at 7 p.m. here from Danbury.